Standing at the crossroads, staring at the cosmos. I'm trying to get this game right. How we end up only God knows. I'm a girl from the soul fake. I'm just trying to get myself straight. I'm so caught up in this whole race. Cause I know I take a hell space. Set flames in your soul with us. When the round do what's wrong with us. Vibes sweating in our home with us. So we follow suit with the things go with us. Like the fire with the flames.
The following contest is your You May Be Right main event set for one fall. It is for the NBW Championship. Introducing first, being accompanied by the Kenway and the Infinite Man. Representing the Pantheon. From the Dark City by way of Greensboro, North Carolina, he is the Dread Wolf, Joe Black. His opponent to my right, he is the NBW champion from Sanford, North Carolina. Weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the Brute, Mark James.
All right, Joe. Same thing. We're going to move to the back. Handle what's on the line, all right? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You ready? Champ, you ready? I'm ready, Mark? Yeah. Bring them up.
It is main event time here in Knightdale, North Carolina for Newborn Wrestling. You may be right. The NBW Championship on the line as Mark James looks to defend against a man he once called a student in the Dread Wolf, Joe Black.
The second time these men have ever met in singles competition. The first time coming just 14 years ago, almost to the day. And Mark James was able to pick up the victory that day at CWF Mid-Atlantic in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium.
We saw in the package that played just moments before this matchup, Joe Black paid tribute to the legacy of Mark James. He really gave him a lot of credit for everything when it comes to the appropriate upbringing in the wrestling business of Joe Black, but he made his intentions clear. When the bell rings family is family, but he has every intention of walking out of here tonight with that championship.
Absolutely said there would not be a Pantheon, there would not be a Joe Black without Mark James. Mark James now toying with Joe Black, getting into the head of Joe Black.
Joe Black said Mark James may have taught him everything that Mark James knows, but Joe Black has picked up a few tricks along the way in his journey in professional wrestling as these two veterans go toe-to-toe. Mark James with the slight size advantage here, as well as the experience advantage. Joe Black, however, certainly brings that killer instinct to the matchup. To the midsection from Mark James.
James now, of course, making his second defense of the Newborn Wrestling Championship. First one coming just last month against another one of his students, Jackson Drake.
Another member of the Pantheon.
Absolutely, fellow member of Brutality Inc. as well.
Black targeting the arm of Mark James, and James with a slap across the face. Joe having to take a moment to walk it off, but you see that look of acknowledgement, like, all right, that's what you want to do, then that's what we'll do. Meanwhile, Kenway and the Infinite Man here on the outside, as stoic as ever, watching on. Black just absorbing the shots. There's a chop of his own. Iron Man wanted to get a pinch here in this matchup. Know exactly what the other brings to the table.
Kind of just testing each other out. Almost toying with each other, trying to see where they are at tonight. Like I said, it's been 14 years since they stepped into the ring together one-on-one.
Joe smiling with each and every one of these strikes delivered by Mark James. Oh, maybe not so much that one. That stiff right hand connected to the jaw.
Quick right hand there of Mark James. Oh, catching him with the momentum from that throw with the sidewalk slam.
James now back to his feet. Goes off the ropes.
Oh, sliding lariat there.
Goes for the cover, hooks the outside leg. A kick out at one from Joe Black. Black, as tenacious as they come, certainly has a lot more left in the gas tank.
Of course, both of these men kind of having the same start, being mentored by Scrapyard Dog, but kind of forging their own path outside of it. Oh!
Beautiful missile drop kick from Joe Black. Trying to get a double knee strike into the corner.
Meteora there, just taking it to him.
Hooks the inside leg. And James able to kick out. He's a heartbeat away from crowning a new champion here at NBW. As Joe Black looks to stay on top of the fight here. To stay on the attack of Mark James. James able to land on his feet, grabs Joe from behind.
Having that waist control, but Joe Black holding on to the rope. Big!
Oh my God!
Lariat from Mark James, dropping Joe Black.
Black folded in half as James having to shake his arm, get circulation back, goes for the cover, hooks the inside leg. Not enough weight across the chest there.
Also gave a lot of time for Joe Black to recover after that lariat.
See Mark James taking a look over here in the corner. The Pantheon standing on the outside. Of course,
In the ring, Mark. Come on. Get him back in here.
Tim, the Infinite Man, just in our last matchup, picking up a huge victory.
James, scraping DDT.
Trying to bring the gold home to the Pantheon, but Mark James not wanting to give it up that easily. Going for the cover now. Only a 2.
You notice that time on the pinfall attempt, making sure to hold down the wrist of Joe Black to make it that much more difficult to kick out.
Trying to exert more energy out of Joe Black, even with something just as little as holding the wrist.
James almost almost staring off in the distance as if he's having to go to a place he doesn't want to right now. Black rolls to the outside.
Mark James possibly thinking about flying, not really known for that. Going in, oh! Throwing the drop kick, dropping Joe Black there on the out, falling to the floor.
James now following Black to the outside.
Fighting into the crowd, basically chopping him next to the fans.
Grabs a hold of Joe.
Come on, Mark.
Rolls in to break the official's count. Looking to keep things going right along here on the outside.
2. Come on, gentlemen. 3. In here. Let's go. 4. Baby.
Oh!
5.
Clubbing lariats here. Oh, but Joe Black.
James caught. STO! Shades of the late, great Jimmy Rave of the Hierarchy. Getting a little bit of that Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment special there. Joe Black breaks the count, of course, for Joe. Cannot win the title on a count out.
Oh, big boy senton there from Joe Black, going for the cover too.
Joe looking a little frustrated, however, still staying on top of the champion. James drops him down with a suplex.
Huge snap suplex there. Could we have a new champion? No.
Shoulder off the mat, but not a lot of energy behind that kick out from Mark James.
Really getting stunned by that STO on the apron. Followed up by the snap suplex. All the momentum has definitely shifted towards Joe Black. Oh! Meeting of the minds there in the corner.
All that body weight. Charging in. Shake his head, going for it one more time, right into a back elbow.
Oh my God, turning it into the German suplex.
Joe is dazed. James now grabs a hold of Joe Black.
Looking for a suplex here. Oh, Joe Black shifting the weight.
Able to slip out into a German suplex of his own.
Catching Mark James there with it, now crawling to a cover.
To win the championship. Kick out at 2 from James.
Both men, even still in the early stages of the matchup, both men pushing each other to the limits that quickly. That's how important the NBW championship is to these men.
I was going for that spear in the corner. Was going for the spear in the corner, but Mark James able to evade the shoulder of Joe Black, crashing into the corner post.
James now following up with a splash in the corner.
James looking to take advantage, just launching Joe Black across the ring.
Here comes now the momentum. Ball running boot in the corner.
The sweat flying off of Joe Black. Now in comes Mark James again, another face wash boot.
Joe Black might be out.
Dragging Joe closer to the center of the ring. Hooks both legs, but too close to the ropes.
There's that ring awareness of Joe Black, realizing how close he was to that bottom rope, reaching out.
Excellent wherewithal from the Dreadwolf.
Not trying to exert more energy by kicking out.
Mark James now taking a moment and once asking himself, what is it going to take to put away Joe Black?
Mark James questioning the referee there, not realizing that Black grabbed the rope.
James now looking to hoist Black onto the top turnbuckle.
James now following suit, going up top as well. Possibly thinking the superplex here.
Precarious position for both men.
Joe Black hanging onto that top rope, keeping himself locked in place. Now trying to fight his way out, breaking the grip of Mark James, sending him down.
Black is hanging on for dear life, and now has a moment to catch his breath, but maybe not for long.
Catches the right hand of Mark James.
He's interlocking the fingers of Mark James, and now Joe Black on the top rope.
Oh,
it's a diving cutter!
Catching Mark James with the cutter on the way down. needs to get the cover, could possibly have a new champion, but Mark James realizes that.
If Joe was able to just roll over, place one hand over Mark James, he could have had it, but James, enough wherewithal to make his way to the bottom rope. Again, for Joe, he has to win this match by pinfall or submission. The champion does have the champion's advantages. Black.
Oh,
the referee
wiped
out.
My God!
The official wiped out.
Catching referee Brandon with Cobain there, the rolling elbow.
An inverted strike.
Fuck around and find out. Cover. But of course, referee Brandon got smoked by that forearm.
An inadvertent strike from Joe Black to our official. And Mark James should have just retained his championship.
Right here in front of us.
The Infinite Man sliding in the chair, much to the chagrin of the Kenway.
Well, James saying no, he doesn't need it. He doesn't want it.
Turn around and a spear! Joe Black may have just cut Mark James in half.
Joe Black catching the bull on parade.
We could have a new champion.
2. That is it though.
Mark James able to get his shoulder off the mat at 2. And now Joe Black has to go back to the drawing board as Tim
handing the chair to Joe Black. Handing a bottle to Joe Black. I'm not sure what it is. Joe Black drinking it. Also saying he does not need the chair. I'm not sure what Joe Black drank there.
James hoists him up, knee strike from Joe.
Trying again for that suplex, but again, Joe Black catching him with the knee. Oh, missed!
The blue mist in the face of Mark James. And Joe Black cuts him in half with a spear as the Infinite Man laughing on the outside.
1, 2, and we have a new champion! I'm not sure if this is being caught on camera, but right here in front of us, the Kenway and Tim confronting each other. Kenway saying, this is not the way we do this.
Kenway taking a look down at that mysterious bottle as the Infinite Man shoves the Kenway away, now makes his way into the ring. The Pantheon have captured the NBW Championship. The destiny has been fulfilled for the Dreadwolf Joe Black.
Much to the dismay of the Kenway, though. But, again, showing respect to his leader.
It's that loyalty to Joe Black. He may not like it, but the Kenway loyal through and we have a new champion here at NBW.
We are now at the start of the era of the Dreadwolf.
That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks, at NBW. We have entered the era of the Dreadwolf, and now the Pantheon are on top once again.
I finally beat you! 14 years! 14 years! I am the guy in North Carolina now. I am the brute. Something to remember me by. Yeah!